Yeah, I was trying to get your actual email and not your
Hand me that Vega, dog. Finna twist that up. My daddy always told me to look before I leap and think before I speak, and watch out for the company I keep, and always pack a heat when I'm out in the streets. Keep an eye out for the crooked police. I'ma let you see the world through my eyes. I'ma let you see, expose all the lies. Lie. Born in the belly of the beast, prison of Babylon, refugee from the east. These mean streets, seems like the world just got beef with a nigga. Whole system designed to slay, hit at a nigga, yeah. I used to think that's how the game go, and it ain't gon' change, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll just sell dope and find a bad chick to bang. Hit the club and make it rain. Find a fly whipping, sitting on some things. Wrong understanding, never commanded that my spirit be fed. What if I told you everything you thought was true was planted in your head by this wicked ass system? Frontline by politicians who will never expose their true intentions. Low population, 9/11 was a fake. Masonic order staring niggas right in the face. We got fluoride in our water, chemtrails in the sky. Adam White's hot law fires. I'ma let you see, yeah, the world through my eyes. Yeah, I'ma let you see it. Yeah, expose all the lies. My daddy always told me to look before I leap and think before I speak, and watch out for the company I keep, and always pack a heat when I'm out in the streets. Keep an eye out for the crooked police. Yeah, my spirit vexed with these priests, rabbit and wolves as they pretend to be sheep. Hope your pockets deep. For a small fee, you can get saved, my nigga. Whole system devised to get the tithes out of nigga. Yeah, I used to think that's how the game go, and it ain't gon' change, and I just couldn't get the Holy Ghost. In the pews, I felt shame, cause I didn't see the change. Never knowing that him and I's the same. Romans chapter 7. What if I told you you was being misled, and everything you thought you knew was true was planted in your head by a paid off bishop, Babylonian henchman? Instead of the truth, you get religion, son of salvation, indoctrination with lies. These pagan customs ain't even of the Most High. We got Rex 84 and Bohemian Grove Isles, and still in debt to Rothschilds. I'ma see the world through my eyes. I'ma let you see, expose all the lies. My daddy always told me to look before I leap and think before I speak, and watch out for the company I keep. Always pack a heat when I'm out in the streets, and keep an eye out for the crooked police. Lie. What if I told you you was being misled, and everything you thought you knew was true was planted in your head? Yeah. Lie.
Welcome to Dirty Laundry, the podcast where we unpack the hard truths and heavy baggage that affect the Black community. These are the topics that are too taboo for other cultures to touch, but too uncomfortable for us to take full accountability for, but not here. So grab a seat, brace yourself, and go ahead and get ready because we about to air it out, baby. This is Dirty Laundry. I just want to start by saying, rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner. We lost one of our icons, y'all. There's no other way around it. We lost one of our icons. When I heard about it, I was like, I did what probably everybody else did. I was like, this is a conspiracy theory. This man couldn't have drowned. But it's a real thing if you get caught by like an aggressive wave. So rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner. You were a great man and a icon of Black culture. Just an overall great image for us to our young men to model themselves after. And we applaud you. And I'm giving you your flowers now, and you always had our flowers. So his family is in our hearts. his children. If he has, I think he has a daughter. They say the daughter was there. You know, I'm still looking into it, but like, man, this is a sad day for us as a people, y'all. Malcolm Jamal Warner. I'm talking about like Theo from the Cosbys. Theo from the Cosbys. Come on now. Theo from the Cosbys is gone. So we lost a soldier, y'all. So what's up? What's up? Y'all know what time it is. This is Dirty Laundry, where we unpack hard truths. We get to the heart of issues on this show. I hope that everybody is ready as the show continues to go on. I want you to understand that we're going to be unpacking a lot of things on this show. So I hope you're ready to really just get ready because it's about to go down. It's just one of them things. You know, we need to be able to be held accountable, at least by our own people. So tonight, we're going to be talking about a very controversial topic. This is a man's world. This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. Like, you know, remember when the old school singers used to sing with their face and their jaw used to shake and all that stuff? I just remember those times. I miss those times. But this is a man's world. What is that about? What are we talking about tonight? We are going to unpack as a culture. Because y'all know what we talk about. We're going to unpack as a culture what we consider patriarchy, what we consider, we're going to unpack the gender war. We got to talk about this gender war thing. Is it truly a man's world, or is that an illusion? Right? And when we look at things on a grander scale, is it really a man's world? That's controversial. I would say it's a woman's world, just built by men. Maybe that is the thing. Well, tonight I got some guests that's coming on tonight. Some of my colleagues, some people that I work with, some people that I think are very great people, and they're going to add seasoning. They're going to bring their own perspectives. They're going to tell us what they think, and we're going to have this dialogue tonight here on Dirty Laundry. And you might get some understanding, and you might not. But the ultimate goal is to have the conversation. So, what do you think? Is this a man's world? Would it not be nothing without a woman or a girl? What do you think? Tell us what you think. This is Dirty Laundry. Tonight, it's about to get ugly. We're about to air it out. And you know what time it is. So, I brought some people in tonight that I think have valid opinions. Instead of just coming from a male perspective, I decided to add a female perspective to the mix. So, in doing that, I think that women don't have a voice, because I don't want to be one-sided. Who wants to be one-sided? Not me. I don't want to be one-sided because it's a two-sided thing. We need the return of the nuclear black family. Black people just need that. It's just one of those things. So, I mean, go ahead and get your popcorn. Get you some juice. Roll you one up. And, you know, if that's what you do. Sip something. I don't know. But get locked in because we're about to go down through that. I'm just saying. So, without further ado, what I'm going to do is introduce my next guest. My next guest is the host of a really good podcast that I like, Miss Bay Windows. She is a behavioral therapist. So don't try to talk no junk. Don't try to talk no trash and try to discredit people. This just people talking. This just people talking. No, these are educated people. So without further ado, I would like to introduce tonight's guest of Miss Bay Windows, Manal Bay. Miss Manal Bay, y'all.
Hey, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hey.
Real good. I can hear you real good. I also, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and bring him in here too, because it's gonna add spice. So I'm gonna let Jordan in. I got another guest tonight that's gonna add some flavor to the mix. Let's let Jordan in right now. My colleague, my brother Jordan. Jordan Waters, what's good, baby? Yeah.
I'm on here.
We doing it tonight. What's up, beautiful?
I'm cool.
People?
I'm cool so far. I can't complain.
You can't complain. What's up, beautiful people? How are you, goddess? What's up?
I am doing so well. I had a nap. I had to power up for this. Because this is a good conversation. I need all my brain power for this.
Yes. What's up with you, big dog? Did you get your? I know you be doing your yoga. I know you like to, you know what I'm saying, get your walk in the park. I know you do your yoga, Miss Bay Windows, Miss Manal. And I know Jordan do his nature walks on the west side of St. Louis.
Yeah, I got me one in for the one time.
You got you one in one time. So I know. Listen, let's just jump right in there. Let's not even play games with it. We're gonna jump right in there. We're gonna get to the jugular. We just go jump in there, right? Is this a man's world? Do you think that this is a man's world? And would it not be nothing without a woman or a girl?
Both are true.
Jordan, what you think?
It's a woman's world, if you ask me.
I'm gonna have to. That's just. I'm gonna have to agree to a certain degree with Jordan, because that's how I feel. You know, it's like in physicality and in industrial revolution type perspective and building things and stuff like that, this would be a man's world. But I think that we've just built things that everyone uses at their convenience. But who runs the world is a totally different conversation. Would you agree or would you not agree?
Well, I agree depending on who you feel runs the world. I believe that it is white men who run the world, and everybody else just kind of like dances in it, right? Like this whole American society was constructed for white men, and everybody else was just supposed to be peons in it anyway, right? But then when we're talking about Black woman versus Black men who runs things, I'm going to have to say that it is women.
That's interesting. Okay. I told them what you do before you got in. I told them, I said, a behavioral specialist. Can you please explain to my audience what a behavioral specialist is?
A behavioral specialist is an individual that studies and observes human behavior to see what is acceptable and not acceptable in any given society. And then what we do is we come up with a game plan to help that individual or that group of people or that business be able to function appropriately within that given society.
Okay. So break it down to me like I'm in the kindergarten. Tell me, give me something.
So I watch you and make sure that you know how to behave so you can win.
I watch you and make sure you know how to behave so you can win. That is a interesting stand, very interesting stance. Like, okay, so just for the sake of the conversation, Jordan, if you want to, this is totally up to you because this is an open conversation. This is Dirty Laundry. This is where we talk about tough issues in the Black community that only we can address. Nobody else. Like she said, this is technically a white man's world. So we're trying to detach and get us some cultural exclusivity in what we consider the melting pot of Western civilization. Jordan, brother, tell me why you think women run the world. Tell me why you think that.
like I stand forth earlier, like I said, women have the power to bring in life in this world. So the people that can bring life into this world can create me, a male, coming from a female. She can create both sex within 9 months, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay.
Without having somebody that can conceive both sex, what is the human race? So another thing is, what was that documentary we watched earlier? Doctor, I do not want to slaughter his name. I don't want to say Kwanzaa, but what's his name?
Kwanzaa Kunjufu.
So, but you remember the stats that he said. Now that we have all these disparities faced along towards black men, the ratio is skewed differently for black women. So you have more men that's in barriers and chains versus the ones that's in free that these black women have options to have. Can you get what I'm saying? So, other words, I'm trying to zoom in and focus in. But I say it's a woman's world because she has the power to let you in her or not. So if you taking her power, that means you taking advantage. You taking her power, her womanhood, and doing devious acts. I say that because yes, sex is a 2-person thing. It takes 2 people to tango unless you into some freaky shit. Then you got threesomes and orgies going on. But it takes 2 people to take like a special bond type shit. So it's just like I say, it's an intimacy, it's a partnership, it's something like how you say in the biblical terms. I guess I'm not too smart with the biblical terms, but isn't the rib one of the ribs that came out of the man came from a woman type shit, something like that?
Yeah, but hold on, let me tell you, that don't mean that this is a woman's world.
I say this because we need that balance. We need that equal kill. Like, my thing is, I love women all day, 24/7. I probably love women too much. I probably would not be the same person if God did not create women creatures. I wouldn't know how to keep myself. I wouldn't know how to take care of myself. I wouldn't know how to fluidly express myself mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually. So I feel like shit, God snapped when he made females. So
I'm willing to agree with you that God did snap when he made females.
You're trying to get some more girls, boy.
I know, right?
Trying to get some women.
Is he a pander bear? Is this a pander bear? Is he pandering to? Is he with a hard P? Is he pandering to my female audience? So I'm gonna tell you what I think, right? I think that women run the world because men make decisions based upon how women see them. Right? When we measure success as men, like here recently, you've heard the conversation about high value man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. I know y'all don't like him, but I loved him. That was my dog. I dug him a lot. But he had the uncomfortable conversation about what's high value and what's considered high value. And you got that pushback because men were considered less than or not looked at like they were worthy, right? So then we create systems. We get systems in place. And I don't know if this is just women creating this. I don't think women created the competition between men for, having what we consider pissing contests or ego matches, right? Because, being a man is competition. I mean, we are competing all the time as children. But what I mean by women around the world is that men, whether it's due to the patriarchy or defaulted into a patriarchy because men do all the heavy lifting, men predominantly built a world of convenience, and women are experiencing it without having to do all the heavy lifting. I mean, so, and not to mention that women can make you do things without being physical. There's a mental thing. There's a mental aspect to this. Let's be real. A woman can move you around without even touching you. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We are powerful.
Very powerful. So tell me why you. So Manal, tell me why you Miss Bay Windows. Hey, y'all gotta tap into Miss Bay Windows too. I'm telling you, it's hot. But yeah, we gonna get to that. I'm gonna make sure we Miss Bay Windows. But why did you say that you think that women run the world? Give me your stance on that one.
So I believe that women run the world not just because of the power that we possess as being the female in the dynamic, because that comes with a whole other set of skills, abilities, and power. But I feel like societally, when we're talking about the Black community, it was the Black women that had to keep the Black men safe.
Hmm.
And so that power shift, that power dynamic happened really after colonialism because we could get into places that Black men could not. And so, really, it became our responsibility to be able to lead in the community. We became the big mamas. We became the wet nurses. We became the ones who were able to move up with education. We became the ones who were able to get in the door with certain jobs because, to a large degree, to the white man who was building this world for themselves to succeed, we were not threatening, whereas Black men were threatening. And
Yeah, you were.
we got a chance to, throw our hips around and throw our shoulders around and, look really cute and wear those heels and get into certain places that our men could not.
Right, right.
And so I feel like um, we run the world just because we're able to elevate and be able to get into places that men still are not able to. And we also are able to move in ways that if a man moved that way, he would be perceived in all kind of unhealthy ways,
Don't you?
whether it is being gay, whether it is being too aggressive, whether it is being arrogant. And there's certain things that us as women can do and say that our Black men are still not safe to, even if they need to be.
That should we end the show on that, y'all? I think that because she hit that right on the nail, I think she deserves a round of applause for that. Because I'm gonna be cliche.
Go for it.
So with that, is it safe to say that because women have so much power, right? With great power comes great responsibility. So by default, the condition of Black America as a family is on the shoulders of women. Do you agree, Jordan?
Yeah, because you need it's a give and take in this world, especially if we talking about Black culture. It's like a 1-2 punch combo. It should be like that. It takes the two that's tangling can make the rhythm, can make the music, can make the dance, and everybody see it when they walk in. And it's like we're not born with silver spoons. I don't know. I'm not speaking because I was born in the struggle, and I know people that went through the struggle and came to the sunlight. But most of us that's born in the struggle get to the top to put the cherry on top is to get there with your partner type shit. It will feel good, you know. Building both feel like institution. So I don't know. I just feel like it's the best of both worlds, and we need each other to become all in one superhero. So
I
I
do
feel
agree.
like a Black woman or just women, period, make men the superheroes they need to be, like the Incredibles. She's still a fighter. She still do all this and that, but she knows. You know what I'm saying? She's
Hold on, we gotta
still
clap
number
it up.
one
We
too.
gotta clap it up for that one, dog. We gotta clap. Dun, 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 like a Superman. I try to tell people that all the time, but go ahead, brother. I'm sorry. That was worthy of a clap up.
Now that was basically what I was trying to say.
So I do agree that we need the return of the nuclear Black family, and that's what these conversations are for: to develop, to have the conversations, to come up with solutions, so we can restore our communities. So, Ms. Bay Wendels, wouldn't you agree?
I absolutely agree. And I do believe that the return of these nuclear families are going to start with women recognizing their own power and using it for good. Like, how you wield this power is going to determine how you move forward, how our overall Black community move forward. And so I think a lot of us, because we have grown up in this very unhealthy society, we use our power for evil. We use our power for evil, whether it's how we are raising our sons or how we are attracting and accepting men and the standards that we have set for these men when they're coming through the door. Um, we're not using our power for good. We are going on jobs and we're not making way for Black men to come behind us. Now, granted, yes, we need to make more room for Black women, but we also need to recognize that we are the ones who can move in and out of the cracks of society in a way that is um, moving everyone forward, and we have to make room for Black men when we do so. And in doing that, we'll be able to have healthier families, right? Because now we are raising sons who are healthy in their minds, not just dribbling a ball, right? We are setting the standard for the men that we bring into our beds, because now you can't even get through the door unless you have a certain quality of character, not just a bank account, not just how fast you can make money, not just how quick you can talk, but I'm actually making sure that you're someone that I can build with before I lay with you, because
Right.
there's always the potential to have a child. So I'm raising the quality of man now that even has access to me. And then if I'm in a professional space and capacity, I'm making room for that Black man to have a voice. I'm making room for that Black man to be safe in the way that he needs to move and be able to show his intellect and be able to show his emotional intelligence and be able to work in a team capacity. Right. So then there's safety in that environment, because as Black woman, I'm going to have a better understanding and appreciation for that Black man. And I'm going to cover him just as much as I would like for him to cover me.
I y'all gonna wear these people hands out because they're gonna be clapping all night, because these are some excellent points. Like when you talking about being covered, right? A man being covered, that is a whole nother conversation. That's safety. That's security. That's passion. That's love. That's all the stuff that we used to have, I believe, pre-desegregation and pre-integration.
Agreed.
Right. So what happened? It's always a question, right? Like here now we got the gender war. The social media outlets are flooded with gender wars. They're,
Uh-huh.
they're our timelines are riddled with women ain't shit and men ain't shit, right? What you think? What you think, Jordan? When you look at your phone and you looking at your timeline and you going up and down your timeline, what do you see in terms of Black men and Black women?
Uh, I can say that okay, my algorithm probably different. My algorithm is probably way different than other people's.
Okay, we don't want to know.
But
Don't tell us.
I know what
But-
you're looking up, Jordan.
Don't tell us what you got.
but
Don't tell us
but
what you got going on, please.
I try to keep mine as like as far as like a healthy balance of educational, like fun facts, nature facts, what's going on around the world facts too. So probably like a couple years ago, like from like 2021 up until probably like last year, I probably can contest this as far as social media playing down the institutional love for Black people. It was in social media. It's like I said, everybody can't be Jada Waiter, and everybody's not going to be as successful as Glorilla off the
Right,
porch.
right,
Or ain't nobody going to be successful as Sexy Red off the porch.
right.
So it's like right now, I feel like social media has made it hard to attain. It's like it doesn't blaspheme all the Black females or the Black people that's going to college and that's
Right.
graduating to become six-figure citizens in the United States, showing that they still drive nice ass BMWs, can still afford AMGs, M-Series, Scats, Hellcats, and all this and that, and still stay in a nice ass loft or a house and still making ends meet, going to exercise, doing healthy shit. You know what I'm saying? Balancing their books and this and that, but also still tying in the youthness, partying and traveling and this and that. They don't sit there and depict that as far as that comfortability of life. It's like more of a get to the top, rush entertainment, like that documentary we said, entertainment or it's sports. sometimes it's not always that. Somebody got to make a doctor look cool, a black doctor look cool.
Yeah.
Somebody
But
got to make a black doctor look.
I love that you said
Be,
that, though, Jordan, because when you think about shows like Married to Medicine, right, where you do have these black couples on there, you do have these black women on there that are doctors in various industries, right? Whether they're doctors of medicine or doctors of science, or we have dentists on there, married couple on there. They're still showing all the drama. They're showing all the
Right.
chaos
Exactly.
because what is the bottom line? They want to show our dysfunction, and they're trying to isolate our dysfunction as though we are the only ones who are dysfunctional people, right? But the reality is we are all dysfunctional in this society because that's how it's crafted for white men to win and everybody else to just be peons, right? And so, like, even when you do have the depiction of those successful black women, it's still the chaos, it's still the drama. That's what's perpetuated.
Well, why do you think that is? Because what is it? Why do you think that is? Why do they still have that
Yeah.
drama?
I mean, they show it and they perpetuate it. One, because they want to continue to tear down the black family. They still want to tear down the black woman herself because we're powerful as shit. We set the tone. And so if I can continue as a society to show the worst parts, then I can always say that they are the problem. I can always say that they are the reason for the dysfunction, right? I can always tie that dysfunction to their culture and say that's just them. And so of course it's by design. But if we can show successful, healthy black women, nobody's gonna watch that.
Right.
Nobody's going to watch that because it's not enough drama. It's not salacious enough, right? It's not going to get the airtime because a lot like even the Cosbys, and thank you for shouting out Michael Jamal Warner and acknowledging
Yeah.
But even the Cosbys is one of the most positive black shows, if not the most positive black show that was on TV. But how many black people still say, I couldn't relate, that wasn't in my experience, the Cosby Show is bullshit, right? And so because my life was dysfunctional, because my neighborhood was dysfunctional, because everyone around me I know got their ass whooped, got cussed out, and their parents did not go to school to be a lawyer or a doctor, I'm going to say that the Cosbys was bullshit, right?
Right.
And so even when it comes to healthy, wholesome TV, I can't connect to that because it's outside of my universe. It's outside of what I know. And in a lot of ways, it's not enough. It's not entertaining enough. So I'm going to continue to feed into the chaos and the drama and the lies, or the small percentage of crazy that is a part of our community and culture, because that is something that makes me feel comfortable as a person. It's what confirms who I am and the choices that I make. And it also doesn't force me to have to change or look at myself any differently.
You know what? That's real deep because most men, from when I hear men, right? Most of the men that I talk to, because we don't want to generalize and say every man, right? But by and large, I've been on this planet for a long time, and I hear men say that they just wind up giving up because the woman is too combative, she's too uncooperative, she is still spinning that narrative that you're talking about, and so rather than be in a space where they want to do the pushback with them, we just kind of yield and give up. So the topic is this is a man's world, but is it, like, physicality wise? Like, say if a guy got upset with a woman, we know that we don't endorse men doing anything to women, but like, what is a man to do if he can't get that narrative under control? Jordan, do you agree? Do you hear guys talk about how our women can be unruly and uncooperative, and they just kind of back out of it, like, I don't even want to be a part of that. So now we got women that are in college because black women are the most educated. Mm-hmm. Let's keep it real. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it real. Black women are the most educated. Black women are going to college more than black men. All of that. So this adds perspective to who really runs it. We're hiding behind. Are we hiding behind and romanticizing white wealth standards as a rubric to how we're supposed to be as a people? Are we allowing Eurocentricized male hegemony to tell us who we are to be to each other as black people? Are black women unruly? Jordan, what you think?
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Me and my scope of reality in my environment right now, friend group or just with my two eyes and two ears is seeing, I can tell you as far as me right now, my friend group or most of them, majority of them are having kids, working on families and getting married. I'm the only one with no kids and ain't working towards getting married.
Okay.
I can't sit here and say I can sit here and say all my best friends, all my immediate friend circle are all marrying black women. None of them outside the race. One thing I can tell you, contest is the environment that we grew up since kids, since babies, it's always been black. So the only thing we know how to do and deal with is majority of black women.
Right.
And what raised us, or majority of dark skin, brown skin, light skin, black women. So it's like it's our program. This is what we're gonna get with. Not saying this is not the only we can't date outside our race. This is what we're comfortable with. This is what we worship, and this is what we grew up admiring. This is skin that we like smelling and feeling type shit. So
Right.
it's just more of you go with the growing pains of niggas coming out of being niggas into growing men. So you got to come out of that framework of like, damn, okay, boom, maybe it is my bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it is me. Just like the example of my partner, he got caught cheating first, and he found out his girlfriend cheating. Fucked me up. I thought he was gonna crash out. He said, "Well, I'm gonna crash out for I was the first one initiated, so I can either take her back like she took me back and take it to the chin, and now they on their way to get engaged, and they moved out of town together. So it's just more of I never, and I don't know, maybe it's just me coming out of being a man that just feels like women are just 15 minutes come and go, forced on my insecurities of not trusting women or not wanting to be they're too much entwined with women or give all mine to a woman. Yeah, it's toxic women out here, but you still got that hope that you'll always find the right woman, you'll fight the right person for you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go through the bullshit to smell the good bullshit. She ain't gonna be the total pack. I mean, she gonna be the total package for you, but she's still a human at the end of the day, so she ain't perfect.
I don't know,
So
man.
it's just like,
Does that mean that we are settling for mediocrity?
no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say selling for mediocrity. I would say what you gonna as
Because if the
talking to
shoes
you,
on the,
Kevin.
I mean, because they saying,
Look,
listen, check this out.
now
They
look.
saying high value, high value, high value, high
So are
value.
you gonna go? So are you gonna go get a white woman right now?
Am I gonna get a white woman right
Yeah.
now? No,
Are you
I'm not.
comfortable going get a white woman right
What
now?
the hell? I'm not. What the hell?
So it's not. So it's not like
Boy, tell
we
a joke. Come
settling.
on. No.
It's not like we
No.
settling in.
All right,
We
so listen.
even in
No,
the.
no, no. Listen, hold on for a second. It's women out there that are saying that they will not go to the Cheesecake Factory with you. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? The Cheesecake Factory is delicious.
So
They
look.
got an
So look.
8-page menu.
That's wild. So like here's my thing though.
What?
I feel like black women are unruly. I
Come on, let's
would
be
say
honest.
that.
Like let's this dirty laundry now, Miss Bay
I
Windows.
wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Do I feel like we are all locked in this cycle of dysfunction because of how we are raised and reared in this society and culture? Absolutely. And so our dysfunction as men and women, it creates very unhealthy dynamics, and it's hard to make that shift when you haven't had anyone around you to help you see a difference. And I remember, like, me and my sister, we were sitting back and we were talking about our boys' experience coming through elementary school. And we
Okay.
were talking about how both of our boys, they are sweet, they are gentle spirits, they are intelligent little boys. I mean, they're the kind of boys that would hold the door open for you, help you with your work, and then, and talk to you kindly. And
Right.
we were talking about how the individuals that were in the classrooms, I were messing with them and being rude to them and being disrespectful, were actually the black girls. And so we had this conversation, and we were like, now we know we want our sons to marry black women.
Right.
We know that. But if they are getting exposed to unhealthy Black women as children, 9 times out of 10, as they get into high school and as they go to college, they're not going to want to have to deal, especially when their mothers are kind, they're considerate, they're respectful. We are healthy individuals creating a healthy environment. And if they can't go out in the world after being washed over in what I feel to be a very healthy example of woman, then they're 9 times out of 10 going to want to go outside of their race because they're going to realize, like, I don't have to be talked to in a lot of the ways that Black women tend to talk to Black men. I don't have to reach some sort of, crazy standard that most Black women have set that other cultures and ethnicities don't. There's nothing wrong with having standards, but having standards that are realistic are important, and understanding what that is. And that's a whole other conversation.
So you trying to tell me, am I hearing you correctly? Not wanting to go to the Cheesecake Factory is ridiculous.
That is crazy. That's crazy. Because what are your values as a woman? What do you value? Right? Who are you?
What I value is that to the ones be like, what I value is going to a 5-star restaurant and you not being cheap on me. Jordan, have you ever experienced that?
And you take yourself to a 5-star restaurant first.
Jordan, have you ever experienced that before? Tell the truth.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I guess it's just me. My charisma, and my just aura. Females just fuck with me. Like, they don't really, like, I don't ever come off as an expensive ass nigga. I don't come off as an expensive ass nigga. I might dress like one, and that probably do the due diligence for a female that he dressed like one, but he walking in this restaurant, he cool. But I'm a simple ass nigga. I like chicken tenders and fries. If they ain't got the restaurant, I ain't a happy camper.
Look, check this out. You kind of being Phantom of the Opera right now. Put some light on your face so we can show them what you look like. You Phantom of the
This
Opera.
ain't enough lighting.
Can't see your face,
can't see you.
I like your room though. That room decor is fire.
This is how he treats the ladies. He brings them into this space. He just trying to give them a look.
That's exactly what he do. Come on in, baby.
Right.
You gotta serve it. It's a process. It's a process. They gotta trust.
It's a nice room though. But I'm saying all I can hear coming out of there is I met a little girl. Okay, all right, there it is. I guess you can say she does that say. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So what you say? You never had a woman. You never had a woman tell you that you wasn't gonna pull up to the Chinaman on her.
Nah, I mean, Jordan come from goddamn me shit, the city. So shit, I just left the Galleria today. I walked past the Cheesecake Factory. I'm like, damn, they throwing down in that motherfucker. Who say no to that? Like my thing is, maybe I just feel like I'm one of a kind. Maybe I just need to up my standards. But shit, chicken tenders, fries, and the strip club is a date for me. So if she with it, that means she a down type of person, and she's open minded. She's blissful. She's creative. And she's down to earth and fun. So that's the type of thing. If I could rock out with that, I'm not taking a born female to a 5-star restaurant. If you can't make me laugh, you can't make me joke, you can't make me fart when on accident. Goddamn me, when I'm nervous. You ain't got that butterflies in my stomach and shit. I ain't doing all that. My thing is, if I'm trying to do all that, I'm going for the kill. Like I see one-eyed Jet that like I gotta knock her off my list. Like I'm trying to press her. The money ain't shit. I'm tricking right now. I'm in the trick mode. I'm just trying to accomplish this one goal. But if it's something I really genuinely like, I'm gonna see where her adventure side is. I want to see how colorful her mind is, from black, gray, all over to purple, pink, and and bluish and flashing lights type shit. But see, you got different up into females.
But that's what I'm saying, though. This is, and the topic is, this is a man's world, or is it, right? And the reason why I brought up the Cheesecake Factory thing is because women have a tendency to dictate the terms in which what we consider, like when you're dating, these are the rules. Because men don't have a long, I can almost guarantee with 100% accuracy that men don't have a laundry list of things that women have to do in order to be accepted with them?
I think it depends on the man.
I'm pushing back on that because I don't know too many men that be like, okay, she got to be tall. She
It
has
depends
to
on the
have
man.
she has to have a ginormous pussy,
It
right?
depends on the man. I have dated men in my life that absolutely had a laundry list of expectations.
That's some bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever you are, brother, you are abnormal. Now, listen, I have standards, right? And you know, I talk about this all the time with people. I don't have expectations. I have standards because expectations people look at that like, okay, I'm fallible, I'm gonna mess up, but my standard is a certain way. And more times than not, men accept women, right? So men date down and women date up. That's not true. That's not true.
I absolutely agree with that statement. Yes. But here's the thing though.
So that means that they dictate the dating world is run by women.
The dating
Yeah,
world
pretty much
is run by women. But women also don't know their power, right? But it is run by women because women dictate what they allow, right? And then also women are able to move through different social groups better than men.
You said that.
Depending on how you look, how you speak, you know, what your educational level is, you have levels and dynamics to you. So you can move through men very easily. Right. If you're a very dynamic woman. So that being said, women have more options than men in a lot of ways. We
know.
This whole it's fine, it's okay.
It's not okay. It's not, but it's the truth though. Go ahead. Get it out there. We want it all. Air it out.
It is. And so because of that, yes, women do dictate the dating scene, right? But here's the other part of that. Going back to the reality that a lot of women have not had healthy examples of relationship, just as men have not. We don't know as women how to measure a healthy man, right? We don't know as women how to even acquire a healthy man in a lot of ways. And so a lot of our standards are not set in a way that is healthy. Because for me, I'm not going to ask you to do anything for me that I'm not willing to do for myself. And I'm not going to ask you to do anything for me that I'm also not willing to return, right? Do for you. Okay. And so that is a standard that I have set for myself.
That's fair.
There are a lot of women that's out here and they are trying to get what they can get, and that's it, because they have a low expectation and standard for men. They have been reduced to what they can provide, and that's it. And so they're not looking for quality. They want to go and get, red bottoms on the first date just because. And so I don't agree with that.
What would that be called, Manal?
What would that be called?
Yeah, exchanging
that transaction.
Yeah, it's a transactional thing, right? Transaction. Isn't that what Puffy just got done?
Hilarious. No, you didn't. Puffy and R. Kelly. That's where you want this.
I'm just trying to,
high priced hoes. What you doing? That's what you're doing.
I'm just saying. I'm there. Hey. Now, so check this out. So men go get money if they're heterosexual, and I can take this all different kinds of ways. Men go get money so they can buy red bottoms, so they can fit into a specific status to have certain women.
I agree with that.
What do they call them? Hey, Jordan, what do they call them in pimp world when a dude spending his money? What they call them? What's that called? Start with a T. Oh,
tricks.
They call them tricks.
I'm not gonna sit here and not say that she's not like nobody, like everybody's not right because both of y'all right. Like I purposely got a set starter case of clothes to impress a certain group of females when I walk in the club. Then I got a certain group of clothes that I wear when I'm like going to like to the artsy type stuff, you know. And I know how to get those type of. So it's just like, and it's just like the ones that you wear the most expensive stuff, like they probably got some of the most shit going on. They hide the most shit that's going on behind doors sometimes. Some like and 50-50, some be on their shit, real shit.
Hey, I'm willing to agree with that. So we've already established in this conversation that women run the dating scene. That's one. That's one for us. That's a check mark for us in our category that proves our point. And I said something earlier that with great power comes great responsibility. Now, when I have conversations about this is a really touchy subject because most women be like, well, men they be doing this, and you're being toxic, and men are toxic, and men are always getting away with things, and why can't I do it if you can do it? And that's this whole like I really loathe the gender war. I think that it's counterproductive to what we need to do as a people, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But to be completely honest, the reason why I believe that and holistically why women run the world, and this is a woman's world, is because if we go back, let's say pre-desegregation, pre-integration, right? Right. And then around that time we had the feminist movement and the feminist ideology come out, and a lot of women got together, not just black women, white women and black women got together against men. And some of the reasons may be valid. I don't want to invalidate anybody's struggle because if you have a struggle, you should be able to protest against unfair behavior. But when women made a choice, they moved this country in a very short amount of time. What's unfortunate for black women is that after white women were doing a women's lib and being so liberated and being feminist, white women went back home.
Mm-hmm.
Black women aborted they kept the mission going. White women aborted the mission. Black women continued the struggle, and they allowed that ideology of hyperfeminism and women's lib and liberal ideologies to come in and really affect our households to the point where you know the marriage rates are down for black women. Black women won't be married. Why is that? Why won't they be married? Because women said that I'm going to opt out of the nuclear family, like we were talking about, and I'm going to change this narrative. And then I'm going to tell people that if you can't take me to the Cheesecake Factory, I don't want to mess with you. And then that creates a whole Me Too movement. And now the energy is shifted to where men have to work harder to appease a woman. This is why women run the world, because that was done without a gun. It was done without it just was like a shift. Like women
it was done with the power of the people.
I will agree with that. What you think?
I don't like how you layered that. So like
I know you don't.
There's so many things that happen in history, right? Like, yes, we had the whole, women's suffrage movement, and the white women, tricked the black women and said that our plight is tied together, so we should fight together, which is not true. As you said, the white women went back to work, and so the white women were fighting so that way they could have, freedom and power within their homes and be safer, because they were getting their ass beat by the men that they married, and there was nothing that they could do about it.
Blaming us for it. It was a nigga.
Yeah, Rosewood. If you haven't seen it, go see it. So, so white women were going through a different struggle because their men were generally unkind. We didn't have that same issue in the black community. Generally, our men, we were working as a team to move forward, black men and black women. And so, yes, we absolutely needed to move forward socially. We needed to be able to go to school. We needed to be able to acquire certain jobs. We needed to make sure that our children were safe in the home and not just able to be taken whenever we whenever somebody decided that they wanted to take our children for whatever reasons, right? So there's a lot of reasons why Black women did need to join that struggle, or join that movement. But what it resulted in was Black women being able to move again in spaces that Black men were not allowed to. And so, being in that mind frame, like, it changes now how we perceive power in a home. It changes now, how men saw themselves. If they were getting no's all day long when it came to job, when it came to education, then when it came to women, and then they could not provide financially for their families, and women did not always know how to, especially in the world and the way that it was moving, because now we're competing with white people on a whole nother level after
Correct.
desegregation. We
Correct.
didn't know how to continue to love on our men and protect our men and keep them in the home, because laws were saying don't, you can't, right?
Right.
Within our communities and neighborhoods, men started to lean into things that were unhealthy for the home, because that's how they were able to cope, whether it was drugs or being in the street, or now messing with multiple women and bringing multiple kids into the family, so because men started to lean into unhealthy things now,
Mhm.
I now feel like I have to protect myself and protect my home. And now we're having girls and boys, but girls growing up in that household now, where dad was unsafe to be in that home, or he was no longer around for whatever reasons, and we don't know all of the reasons, right?
Right.
And that puts women in a position where now they are on the defense. That puts women in a space where now it is me against him, or women against men. And that division was always by design. And so it's our responsibility to recognize the game that we are really playing. And it's really blacks against.
So let me interject right there. So it's imperative that we understand and know the game that we are playing, correct?
Correct.
So if the government is incentivizing black women to abandon the nuclear black family structure, what should be done? I keep saying, with great power comes great responsibility. So whose world is this? And who can change it? What do you think? I'm saying, I'm listening. Tell me, because I'm hearing you say that systemically, and I agree. I agree that there's some systems that are in place structurally in this country that are designed to oppress us and have us at each other's throats, right? Have us at each other. But it's the phrase is, when you know better, you
You
do
do
better,
better.
right?
Yes.
So with black women being the most educated, black women being the most educated of our dynamic of the genders, the two genders for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means that there isn't a lack of education there. So that means that there's not, I can't assume or think that it's naivete as to why she's not
I
allowing
disagree.
the family to get back together. So what is it? Is
I
it
disagree.
deliberate? Is it, go ahead?
There's a huge difference between being educated and being intelligent and being healed. These are different things. And so you can absolutely read a book and your comprehension can be great, and you can have corresponding actions to that knowledge and information by the way that you perform, right? Your job, being able to relay information so that way other people can learn. You can be an educated individual and not be intelligent, meaning your self-awareness is not there, and your awareness of your environment and how you affect it is not there. Also, you may not be a healed individual, meaning you have not done your spiritual and mental work. And so oftentimes, especially in the way that we exist today, we look at the external things and we say, well, that person is intelligent, that person is successful, that person is smart. But when you peel back those layers, you realize they haven't done their personal work. Because if
Joy.
I cannot move in a way that is healthy first with me, my awareness is not there, my self-awareness is not there, and I am not a healthy person internally. So it doesn't matter how many books I read, it doesn't matter how many degrees I have, it doesn't matter how much money I make. P Diddy is a very, very intelligent individual, and he had a lot of money, but he was not healthy and he was not intelligent.
He, he's healthy to somebody.
Well, I'm not sucking nothing. So here we are.
Hey, I get exactly where you're going from. What do you think, Jordan? Jordan, what do you think about what she just said? Do you think what she said made sense? Because what I heard, this is what I heard. Let me tell you what I heard. Just because you went to school and got your degree and you went and did all of this stuff, that does not mean that you are what?
Healed.
Healed. So
Healed.
you are not healed. It could be a facade. What you think? Like a pretty package, but a damaged innard.
Yeah.
For
Cause
real, bro?
yeah, I definitely agree because shit, y'all can attest to the journey I'm going through. I done graduated at 26 with my masters and shit, and I'm just now like really working on myself and like getting real positive results and shit, you know. So it's just like I reached, and I was just thinking about this shit the other day. It's time for me to stop measuring success through accolades and degrees. Personal growth is something that you count as a W now. Getting old. I was just so headstrong on overcoming my court cases, finishing college just to prove people wrong, prove people that gave up on me wrong. But at the end of the day, just got smarter. I didn't get emotionally intelligent smarter. I didn't get like real deal social skills besides working in group projects, and I was the only black motherfucker in my shit. So it's just more so of the life values that teach you. You got school and you got life values. School can give you the vocabulary and the rigmarole to understand, articulate different things, reality across different perceptions of cultures and realities and people point of view. But the thing is, you have to work on the mental warfare within yourself, and that's one of the biggest things that's going to teach you in life. So you can have a fucking 6-figure tech degree when you get out and get the nicest fucking Porsche and all that, but shit, you still a piece of shit. Goddamn, you still messing
You
up
just a
other
piece of
people's
shit with a
lives and
Porsche.
all of this and that. Huh?
You just a piece of shit with a Porsche. You're not walking. You driving
Yeah,
fast.
I mean, you just living off the wealth and the fame and all of that versus what's touching grass. And touching grass is for free. So it's just like it's either you know how to touch grass with somebody, or you just gonna be up there just like a motherfucker that act like they too rich and too snobby. So you gotta come down one day to meet your match, and that's either a good or a bad thing.
So that says a lot. That says a lot. So I like that you said that, right? You said, Jordan, you said that people have a tendency to hide behind. This is how I interpret it. People have the tendency to hide behind their titles, their education, and their status, right? So in terms of a relationship, to the woman that says to you, and I'm glad that you said that. Yes, Jordan has a master's degree in what? What do you have a master's degree in?
And social work.
In social work, and you going back to school to get your doctorate, right?
Yeah. You
Right.
locking in.
So I'm asking you that, and I'm saying that to you because I'm glad you introduced that information, right, and not me. What I'm saying is that a woman would look at you and not know that you are as educated as you are. She wouldn't be able to tell that you're as educated as you are, and then she's dictating the terms in which she will date you based on how she measures you in that way. So what I'm saying is this whole, remember this whole 6-figure thing with Kevin Samuels, this 6-figure guy. And most women be like, I mean, we got songs in our culture that say, I don't want no scrubs. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me, hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to fucking holler at me. What she's implying is that she wants the guy that isn't hanging out of the passenger side of his friend's vehicle, and he should be driving it, right? So how does that work? So do women run the world? So my people watching, think about what I'm asking. By default, do women run the world and make like we do, but we really just fools and pawns in the chess game? Which one is it?
I still feel like it comes back to awareness. You know, again, we are, as men and women, both caught up in this matrix. And because we are caught up in this matrix, neither of us have healthy perspectives of self and each other. And so I really feel like women believe that men run shit. I really feel like that because we give up our power all the time, not knowing that we're giving it up. And so, ideally, yes, women would run the world. And I feel like if we actually knew our power and we actually wielded it correctly, we would be, as a community of Black people, we would be on top. Because not only do Black women know how to take care of themselves, but we take care of everybody else when we're doing it right. And so we would absolutely elevate all of us. But because Black women don't know their real power, and again, it's by design. Because if we are continuously leaning into these illusions that are placed in front of us, right? That we are valued based off of how big our boobs are. We are valued based off of how big our ass is. We are valued based off of
Yeah,
how.
because listen, I'm gonna tell you. Let me, if I may. Yeah, because if you ask a woman why she went out and got a BBL, she's not gonna tell you she got it for a man. She's gonna say she got it for herself. But we know that it's to influence male to influence the male to do something different, or a female, because I know we're in the world where
To
most,
attract.
yeah, I mean, attract whatever. But it's to attract the man and to get him to what? What's he supposed to
Perform
do?
as she wants to.
Perform as I'm sorry, I have to do this. I always do this when I get a good point. When somebody says something, it's just so amazing to hear somebody tell the truth in terms of what we always say. Men say this all the time. You're using it to persuade men to let their guards down so you can infiltrate and get what you want out of the deal. So by default, women run the world. I'm telling you this. I'm saying, you know, I understand.
Nah, yes, to your point, yes, women absolutely know how to wield themselves, right, in ways that are unhealthy. But I also feel like, in a large sense, that that's what we get reduced to, which is why we move in those ways.
Okay, all right. Reduced to by who?
We get reduced to that by society. We get reduced to that by men.
Jordan, you agree with that?
But I just. Oh no, say it again, Kevin.
So do you agree with that?
No, I don't. But I'm trying to.
Do you agree with that?
I couldn't hear you. I couldn't say it again. My phone went out. Hold on.
Yeah, I think I'm getting another conversation in here. Somebody talking about something they wouldn't do.
I'm listening. I'm listening, Kevin.
Yeah. So do you agree with men liking? I'm paraphrasing. I am paraphrasing here. Men set the standard for women to do things provocatively in our society. Like, do men make women go out and do it for the gram? I mean, do men make women get OnlyFans?
As a man, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna be truthful.
What about Gucci Pink Booty Hole Brown? That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole other thing.
Listen, I love Sexy Red. You know I love Sexy Red.
I know you do. That's why I said that.
Sexy Red for president all day, every day. So look, I wouldn't really, even if I was to be attracted with a female with a BBL, I was attracted to her face. Yeah, I'm an ass man. Yeah, I'm a body person just because I came from a family with well-rounded females and plus-size females and things like that. But my thing is, though, you're going to have to let her be comfortable in the skin she in. I'm not the type of nigga that's going to be like, oh, don't worry that it's too revealing, this and that. If you up under my shoulder and all that, if I know we locked in and this and that, be comfortable. I'm not a type of person I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not like Black Snake Mo. I'm not Samuel Jackson in that movie type shit. So my thing is, though, If that's your comfortability with your woman, that's cool. As far as a single woman going out this and that, damn, that's something good to look at. I'm not gonna cap to you. It's something good to look at. She's showing the curvature, she's showing the tributes of her body. Hopefully, when we step to her, she got a nice vernacular. You know, as far as a nice headspace and things like that. But me, how I'm supposed to know? Like, damn, you can't test drive the car right there and there, but damn, you can look at it and see, like, you know what I'm saying? At least it's shining. The car kind of, you know what I'm saying?
So you think so? This is contradicting kind of what Miss Bay Windows Manal is saying right now. She's
but
saying,
let's check this out. Check this out. Hold on. Check this out. Like how you said, like about 10 minutes ago, you said females won't really know that I have a college degree. Face up. They probably won't even know. And that means I can't blame my face. I can't blame my face card. I can't blame how I walk. I can't blame how I talk sometimes. Because I don't want to sit here and talk like, oh, yeah, social work. I don't want to talk like that. I want to talk like, damn, what's up, twin? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Like, how you doing? All this and that. Like, I come from this way to this and that. Can you tell, like, I'm from this type of way? You know? But it's the downfall. Do I miss out on good, high-class women, though?
There's a certain degree of hypocrisy in that, and that's what I'm meaning, right? See,
but
you can be judged like that, right? But you're being a little bit more lenient when it comes to the lady. You're saying she don't have to do that, but you definitely getting judged every single day, not only by women but by the society that we live in. That's a whole nother conversation. But
yeah, but the reason why I say that men also dictate this dating world, and I really think that men dictate it before women, again, because we don't know our power early enough. When we are in our teens and early 20s, men, for the most part, are teaching each other and coaching each other on how to just get ass. Like, that is common conversation. That is culture. That is rites of passages, getting that ass, and how many asses can you collect?
Yes, an ass collector. That is exactly what we become.
Talking about what shapes the dating world. If I'm coming into the dating world at 18, 19, 20, 21, the people that's around me, the men that's around me, are just wanting my body parts. They don't care about what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, what my goals are. The average man is not. And so how does that then shape my reality and my perception of myself, or how to connect with this man? It's all physical. And so eventually, and we're going to talk about this on Bay Windows too, but eventually that whole idea of you going to make a hoe out of me, eventually we'd be like, all right, then this is what it is then. I'm going to be a hoe, because I cannot throw a rock at a man that is actually going to value me as a woman. So I'm just going to eventually just get what I can get. And I'm not the kind of woman who is going to put a price on my pussy. I'm not going to do that. But I understand the ones that do, because eventually you're going to get tired, and eventually you're going to just try to get what you can get out of that deal. So I get why you have those women out there that say, you know what, you want some of this? Pay my rent. Go for it. I can get that, because we're coming up through the ranks of this dating pool where we're not looked at anything as valuable.
Those are some compelling points. I must subside to that. I must agree with that. But the thing is that, check this out. What is it that we need, right? What do we really need? Why does a woman supplement her income by making her body merchandise for the highest bidder, right? And that's because she doesn't have the community, the support that says that she doesn't have to sacrifice her moral compass for her security, right?
Definitely.
So in this system that we live in, looking at it realistically and looking at it in 2025, about 2016, our women can say and decide that they want to choose to work with us and build something stable, something worth having, something that means something as far as family legacy, crest, you know what I'm saying, posterity, progeny, whatever word you'd like to use with a P, right? And not pussy
or penis.
or penis. You know what I'm saying? But
Pussy
the
popping.
real cure to the problem of not having said security is by returning to us and choosing to build the parental coalition. So, with that, all right. How do we change the condition? How do you think we can change the condition in the Black community? 2 minutes, go. Bitch Bay Windows.
I feel like we can change the way things are going. One, by being honest with ourselves within our own groups. Like women need to talk to women, men need to talk to men, right? We cannot continue to say that we are intelligent beings and that we are woke and that we are healed and we are all these things without actually putting corresponding actions and also checking the outliers, right?
Correct.
Being able to say, hey, this is not how we moving anymore, bruh, sis. We're not doing that. That's not helping you. That's not helping the community. It's making us look bad and it's keeping us in this losing game, one with ourselves, but then also as a collective community. And so we need to check, women need to check women, men need to check men, and then we need to be very open and honest about what a woman is and what a man is and create some genuine standards of what that needs to look like. Um, and I feel like these conversations are starting to happen more often, but we definitely need to continue. And how you do that on a practical level is you check your friend group. You check yourself, but you check your friend group. And if you know that your friend group or yourself is out there perpetuating these unhealthy practices, then y'all need to have some serious conversation and start there.
Excellent, excellent. I couldn't have asked for a better response and a better answer. Hey, Jordan, soon to be Dr. Jordan. What do you think we can do to change this condition in the Black community between Black men and Black women? 2 minutes, go.
Shit. You just like we normalize going to our like T3 clips and standing around, listening to the fast music, which I love indulging in, seeing people shake their ass, put bottles on their head. Why we can't make it look cool as far as we can't drink, smoke, and have friendly debates within a set environment with a culturally accepted environment that looks like, you know what I'm saying, and within this and that. Why can't we start normalizing more of kickbacks, social kickbacks type shit, making a new wave as far as that for adults? And I say social kickbacks because we all have this knack to feel young, dress. I mean, get put on our outfits no matter what age we are. We want to look good, feel good, and we look good, feel good. We gonna be able to talk how we. It might not be politically correct. It might offend people, but you're willing to talk more. You get more confidence to say what you want to say, and you can see other people's views bouncing off against the room. So a lot of Black people needs to start normalizing social halls, social beings, and label it like that. Just like you got, like I'm sick of all this where them fans and bullshit, all the trail ride dances and shit. If Black people can sit there and make clubs and fucking that off of that bullshit, why Black people can't sit here and sit here sociably Black people, whether you educated or not educated? Because I done met people that don't have college degrees can sit here and run circles around motherfuckers with college degrees. And it's just like you need the best of both worlds. You might meet your Superwoman in there. You might meet your Superman in there. But it takes a motherfucker to sit here and say boom, 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 like, damn, I'm digging what she's saying. I might not agree with it, but I like how she stood her ground and all this and that. She was confident in what she's saying. She didn't sound like a bird right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he stood up, but when he said everybody shut the fuck up, I can hear what he said from his chest. And it's just like as far as that, that's how you breed different. That's how you go back to the old days where we had the civil rights movement. We have big civil rights activists outside of Martin Luther King that you heard of. You know what I'm saying? That's how you breed other avenues for Black people to become social, prominent, and pillars in a community just off of that. Not saying everybody got to be a follower and a leader, but you just make the topics trendy. When they start making it trendy like that balloon pop shit, that's exactly what I'm saying. Correlation to that. You got the balloon pop bullshit. You can do social halls for Black folks.
Social hall for Black folks, like speed dating.
Yeah.
Speed dating 2026.
Speed dating, speak with a great debate, speak easy, poetry, political debate, and all the other shit. So
Come
you know
on,
what
Jordan,
I'm
let's
saying?
do
It's just like,
That's right. A social where people get together and they socialize and talk and reunify what we consider the Black experience.
and the thing is though, you can't have so many people having sub convos. Everybody
Subgroups, yeah.
like you need everybody to sit here, not saying you need man versus woman, but it's gonna be diverse. It needs to be okay. Well, damn, I'm standing up over here. This is why I want to say I'm on this side of this opinion. Oh, I'm on this side of this opinion. People shifting around the room, and you bet about end of the night, you know what's up with who, and people feeling better as far as expressing themselves, and getting shit off and getting their rocks off. So you get everybody to sit here and to chime in. Then you just drive the attractiveness, the next week topic. Everybody not gonna want to chime in on that topic. They might feel left out, but they might chime in, but not be the topic they really passionate about. So next week you follow up as far as the people's champ, as far as what's the next topic to switch about, and that's how you get the attractiveness. Because one thing, each sex gonna attract each sex. They gonna make sure some niggas there. They gonna make sure it's some females there. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah. Hey man, I really appreciate that input. So before we close out the show, do men run the world? Is this a man's world? What y'all think? Or
It's
is it
it's an economy world. It's an economy world.
That's a good one. Hey, y'all, thanks for being my guest tonight. I really look forward to having y'all back on the show. I really appreciate y'all input. Before we leave, can you give your handles, Ms. Bay Windows? Where can my audience find you? Where can we view your podcast? How can we get in touch with you?
Yeah, so you can find me under Ms. Bay Windows on Instagram, on Facebook. I was with Walt B. Jordan with the Walt B. Connection or Walt Bay Connection. So you can find all of that, all those podcasts on YouTube and Instagram. And I will be launching Ms. Bay Windows, a solo podcast this fall.
Okay, you go ahead, girl. Like, peace to the goddess with that. Hey, Jordan, where can we find you at, man? Where can we follow you at? I know you into fashion, bro. I told you, me and you're gonna have to come up with, I need a line, bro. I need a line. So me and you gonna have to talk. Where can we find you? Where can we see you? How can we follow Jordan?
You can follow me. I'm real private. I ain't gonna sound private about my social media, but it's Jordan.thechemist on Instagram. So you can see like my little fashion shit on top of there. So yeah, Jordan.thechemist. So yeah.
All right, y'all. Hey, thank you for being my guest tonight. I look forward to having y'all back on the show again. This was a great conversation, and talk to y'all soon, okay?
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate y'all.
You, brother.
Appreciate you. Hey, now, this is a controversial topic. This is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to have conversations with each other about things that are uncomfortable so they won't be uncomfortable anymore. Do men run the world? Do women run the world? Should we run it together? Is the question. This is Dirty Laundry, y'all, where we unpack tough issues that involve the Black community that we need to be accountable for. Until next week, take your life off spin cycle. Let's air it out. Good night, y'all.
Running, bro. We gotta fight back, man. We can't keep running, they gon' kill us anyway, fight to the death. We got to. We on the grind now. Turn up. They don't like us, man. We can't turn the cheek no more. It is what it is. Boots to the ground.
1,200 black people killed by police in 2015.
by any means necessary. I'm ready for war, I'm forever rebellious, and my heart full of anger. Them shackles up off my wrists and my ankles. I'm roaming with one in the chamber. Had my hands up in that cowboy cafe and said I couldn't breathe and I wasn't restraining. Ran away from them, that pig started dumping. Now when ain't nothing to do but get gangster, won't protest the picket. This shit so sickening. Now these folks killing our women and children. I know my niggas be wildin' and tripping, but now we done witness who really against us. The one with the power to position us in these fucked up conditions. I ain't no Christian, ain't good with forgiving. Ain't turning my cheek, now I'm raising that pistol. Lord, forgive me.
With all my breath, with all my strength, with all my pain, I'm fighting this war. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. No turning back, 'cause I'm free.
Hey, spread the word to my people. Spirit fell on me, told me fight against the evil, Nat Turner, yeah. Fuck the sticks, now nigga, got burners. Hold up, hey, spread the word to my people. Spirit fell on me, told me fight against the evil, Nat Turner. We in the streets, now we all got burners. Hold up. I'm hearing voices in my head say I need to be free. Ain't you blind, my nigga, 'cause it's war in these streets. Every word persecution, you against the police. Shackled and chained up and down, niggas still in these streets. Turned up, yeah. Everybody wanna be a nigga, hey, but don't nobody wanna be a nigga. Nah. We keep on begging, what the fuck you think they finna give us? Black lives don't matter, boy, you still a nigga. Still treat me like a criminal. I bust back, fade to black, you don't hear me though. I don't fear it, if I give in, I gain. Washed in the blood, so I live for the game. Truth make me free, so I bang in his name. AR-15 letting my freedom burn. Insane, to repeat once again. 400 years that we deep in this thing. Endgame.
Get out my way! That's not my baby! No, not my baby, no!
Black mama still crying on TV. These young brothers still dying on TV. Crackers on the camera still lying on TV. 3% rappers might put it on the CD. And our leaders, most of them speechless. How you gon' preach when you ain't trying to reach us? I'm Denmark busy, but watching my own. But some of our people might help them defeat us. Watch out for leeches, snakes in the grass, I done peep them. That glare in your eye, I can see it. Heart full of hate and the mind full of secrets. Don't need to be around me, you niggas deceitful. I'm sorry, but